Welcome to Inside Sim Racing. I'm Darren Ganji, and I'm here for my first look of the SimXperience Stage 4 simulator. And the Stage 4 came packed in 10 different boxes, weighing about 400 pounds. So I'm going to start by going over what comes in all of those 10 boxes, not everyone individually, but basically just go through the stage series and then tell you my initial thoughts on how it performed. The Stage 1 is the motion seat base. It comes with two actuators, a motion control unit called the SX4000, as well as a high-gloss powder-coated frame that makes up most of the rear portion of the simulator. Two heavy-duty main rails are connected with two more heavy-duty cross members, with one of them at the rear and one in the middle. The one in the middle is connected to an automotive-style universal joint that then connects to the seat base that has a riser that then connects to the two actuators. The two actuators are then connected to a rear bar that sits a few inches above the rear cross member with two rubber bushings that act as dampers. The main rails are hollow and allow you to route the control box power and USB cables, and they're also perfect for routing your rear speaker wires and butt kicker wires as well. Next up is the Stage 2, and it makes up the front end of the simulator. Two more longer main rails connect to the two from the Stage 1 and then taper in at about a 30-degree angle and connect to a front cross member section where the pedals would eventually be housed. Then the steering column selection is boxed in with more heavy-duty steel to create the front end. There's a large pedal plate that sits in the footwell and is secured with two knobs and allows you to slide it forward or back to accommodate drivers from 5 foot 5 inches up to at least 6 foot 6 inches tall. A keyboard tray that can be mounted on the left or right side of the chassis is also included, and of course a wheel deck. The wheel deck can telescope forward or back to accommodate different heights, and it can tilt as well. There's a telescoping gear shifter mount, and for those long races to stay hydrated, a cup holder. There's also four metal panels that provide a cosmetic automotive touch that also have the same high gloss black powder coating. Now onto the Stage 3 portion of the rig, and that makes up the rear traction loss module. The entire Stage 1 and 2 simulator sits on top of the Stage 3 module. Also made of 2-inch tube steel, the traction loss module consists of a long middle section that attaches to two cross members at the front and rear of the simulator. At the front, the simulator rests on the crossmember via a large circular pin that acts as the pivot point for the entire chassis. At the back, the chassis sits on the rear crossmember that has two heavy-duty poly plates. Under the rear of the chassis, two rollers make contact with those poly plates to allow the rear to move left and right. At the center of the chassis, an actuator attaches to the long middle section and the side of the chassis to create the rear traction loss movement. The actuator then plugs into the same SX4000 that the two motion seat base actuators are powered by. Finally, the Stage 4 module adds additional rigidity and appearance optimizations. You get the side rails that make it look more like a car chassis than a sim rig. It also includes some additional high gloss black panels and a rear bar that has two speaker mounts. Also included in the Stage 4 module is a mouse tray. My Stage 4 also came with the optional SimXperience bucket seat and diamond plate floorboards. Assembly of the Stage 4 takes approximately 24 hours. It comes with 70 pages or so that walks you through it in detail. You're going to need a pretty decent set of tools, including standard and metric, to assemble and attach a wide variety of hardware. Besides the optional seat and diamond plate floorboards, that's what you get for a Stage 4 if you were to order one, and it goes for $5,751. Then the seat is an additional $236, and the diamond plate floorboard goes for $690 for a grand total of $6,677. I also needed the optional AccuForce angled mounting brackets for the AccuForce Pro to sit in the proper driving position. It goes for an additional $44.90, and if you have an AccuForce, you're going to need it. For my setup, I used my extrusion tubing triple monitor stand that was sent to me by the guys at JCL 2B Faster, and it just fit. If you're going to get a stand like this, you'll need the middle or main cross section to be at least 42 inches wide to allow the rear traction loss movement and fit over the simulator. Now on to my initial thoughts on the Stage 4 simulator. First up, this is the highest quality chassis I've ever had here in the studio. From the steel tubing to the high gloss, high quality powder coating, it's built like a tank and looks incredible. The seating position and adjustability of the wheel and pedal deck puts me in a great driving position. I recently ran the 12 hours of Sebring in iRacing and ran a double fuel stint and was totally comfortable in it. Another great thing about the adjustability is that it can quickly accommodate my 6'4" frame and John's 5'6" frame. The driving experience has been second to none in regards to motion systems that I've tried. I've tried D-Box setups, SimCraft swing type systems, a Blue Tiger, the Next Level seat platform, and Frex seat movers, and none of them have given me the seat of the pants that the seat actuators and rear traction loss have provided. Feeling the rear end actually kick out has helped me save the car numerous times so far. In regards to software integration, SimXperience's Sim Commander software was plug and play and easy to adjust and fine tune. Once the sim was built, I was driving within minutes of plugging everything in. The default profiles provide a lot of movement, but I quickly came up with a solid profile to run my Sebring stints. So that's going to wrap up my first look at the SimXperience Stage 4. I wanted to give you guys a glimpse into what you get with a Stage 4, how long it took to build, and what my initial thoughts on it are. Definitely we'll be covering this setup a lot more in the near future with test drives and a final review. To read more about the Stage 4 and or to purchase one, head over to SimXperience.com and then click on Products. There you can check out the Stage 1 through Stage 4 setups, and they are modular. So you could start with a Stage 1 and then work your way up to a Stage 4 over time. They also have some great DIY options available as well to adapt it to your current sim racing setup. If you have any questions about the Stage 4, feel free to email me at darren@isrtv.com and I'd be happy to give you any help you might need or answer any questions. So I hope you enjoyed my first look at the Stage 4. I'd like to thank the guys over at simexperience.com for sending it over to me and allowing me to do this video and many more to come, and provide me with probably one of the best, if not the best, sim racing experience I've ever had. So I would appreciate a thumbs up on this video if you liked it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.